Alright, you guys. So, I'm here to go live for you. We got about a half an hour before I gotta go do stuff. So, we're just gonna be chilling here. I'm gonna play a little funny thing. There we go. Alright, so I just wanted to come here and kind of chill with you guys and just talk. Um, Cleaned up my room space a little bit. One of these days, I'll give you guys my area here. So whenever people want to come into the stream and check it out, I'll be here for a half hour. Right now, we're gonna mess with some Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection and mess up some Third Strike, maybe. Let's see, sorry about that, guys. We're gonna finish playing as Alex on Third Strike. I started a game this morning. And Urian barely beat me, son of a bastard. I'm gonna go in the pool later on, have some pool time. Got a pool around here. Got a little bit of notifications there. I don't know what that's about. And honestly, today I wanted to elaborate a little more on the Batman Arkham theory when it comes to beating adventure games. See, the theory is, like I said yesterday, or the day before, I forget when I did that video. The theory is that when you go into a room, a common thing I hear from people is that they're stuck in one room during an adventure game or one area. And I used to get so frustrated and shy away from playing adventure games, and some of the greatest games out now are adventure games, right? So we have the Uncharted franchise, we have the aforementioned Batman Arkham franchise. Those are some great games, but they do have some brain twisters where they put you in a room and you have no idea what's going on at all. And whenever I got stuck in a room for hours, I would give up and play something else. When I learned somehow out of the blue, I picked up the fact that they would never put me inside of a room that there wasn't a reason to be in. And finally, I came back to the games, obviously. So the best advice that I can give you would be to, if you're stuck in a room in any sort of a game, as long as you're not in a life or death situation, take your time and really dissect everything in the room, because you really might be missing something. And now this is a place where I want to come and, you know, kick out some video ideas for you guys. One of my ideas, since I play a ton of fighting games, I know it's a cliche type of video that tons of people have done, but I want to do my top 5 fighting game characters in any franchise. So that's going to be coming your way shortly. The other thing I wanted to do, when somebody gave me this idea, I'm gonna shout out Colin on this video, because he gave me this idea. He watches this channel with his dad, who used to work with me. He said, do a series where you interview your subscribers, so this way you can find out a little bit more about them. And I thought, you know what, that's brilliant. So right now, what I'm saying on the stream right now is follow me on Twitter, and then I will conduct a Skype call with a subscriber, or we'll chat on Messenger, and I'm gonna ask you some questions, and then I will give the answers on camera. It's a really good way for me to get to know my subscriber base. I talk about being a family. I want us to be even tighter knit here, guys. I want to know more about you, just like I'm sure you want to know more about me. So now, here is the flip side to that coin. Those who follow me on Twitter or any form of social media, if you don't know my social medias, they're all up in my banner when you go on my page, which was brilliantly done by my friend Enzo, who I have not forgotten at all. I need to reach out to him again, but the links to my social medias are in that banner. So follow me on social media. Ask me a question with the hashtag AskOHG, and then we can get this ball rolling. I can do a Q&A for you guys. Now I also wanted to vent a little bit, because I have learned. I just recently took Street Fighter V out of my cabinet again to play it, and everybody on this channel knows I've been critical of SF5 and the way Capcom have been doing things lately, and I just want to say that I love that game right now. I found a character that I enjoy playing as, and I won a couple of matches. Now, I don't have any league points, because, in my honest opinion, while I'm being as honest as I possibly can, the game is great, but the matchmaking still sucks. I mean, how can I be a rookie in the badges playing bronze and platinum players? The discrepancy there doesn't make any sense to me. And I realize a lot of people are going to tell me that you play better people that are better than you to get better. I understand that, but I equate it to, like, I don't know how many people are sports fans on my channel, but I equate it to like a veteran pitcher who is struggling and they send him back down to the minors to get his confidence up, right? His that pitcher that you send down to the minor leagues is obviously going to be better than the crowd he's going to face in the minors, but it's really just for him to gain confidence. I think of it like that. Sure, playing bronzes and platinums is a lot of fun, but bear in mind that some of us want to play just to build up our confidence. You know, and I understand that I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I sure as hell wouldn't want to be, a middleweight boxer jumping in there with a heavyweight. Wow, why would you even want to do that? You're setting yourself up for failure, and that's not even necessarily how it should go. You know, um, you'll get a lot of good publicity, but in the end, that's really not what you're looking for. You're looking to rack up wins to get yourself to play the game even more. Now I know when I first started playing the vanilla version of Street Fighter V, the only thing you could do for single player, which was ridiculous by the way. I'm sure everyone remembers how dismal the Street Fighter V launch was. But if you don't allow me to give you a refresher course, the only thing you could do for the single player was that stupid survival mode and one player versus CPU matches. There was no arcade. There was no time attack. There was nothing. And the story mode wasn't even going to be released until June of 2016. 2016 or 2015, one of the two. But that was ridiculous. So I jumped online, and of course I'm a rookie, and they put me up against either a platinum or a gold rated player. Let me tell you that I put that game down until the general story came out, which, mind you, that wasn't even that good either. The general story was pretty bad, all things considered. But, you know, I just feel, as a person that grew up with the rivalry of, oh, Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. Oh, well, I like Mortal Kombat because of this, and I like Street Fighter because of this and that. As someone that grew up in the thick of that, and I'll be the first to tell you, I'm a bigger MK guy. Always have been. Always will be. I wish you guys could see the whole of my room because there is a lot of MK stuff. But I digress. As a person that grew up in that, I also realized that there would be no Mortal Kombat if it wasn't for the popularity that Street Fighter set the bar for. Now, when Street Fighter V launched and it had no arcade mode and nothing for the casual player, I said, "This has got to be it. it. This has to be it, right?" Capcom was close to shuttering its doors. Hey, who's watching me? We got 2 people in here. I love this. Um, we got 3 people in here loving. I'm loving this right now. Yo, Drew, what up? I'm just talking about Street Fighter 5 right now. I forget where I was. Um, right. Capcom was close to shuttering its doors because of how badly Street Fighter 5 had done. Vanilla Street Fighter 5 was straight garbage. I would, if this video, if this stream gets to what am I gonna do? If it gets to 50 likes by the time I have to go, if it gets to 50 likes by the time I have to go, I will buy a copy of Street Fighter 5 Vanilla, and I will either throw darts at it or I'll snap it on camera. Because that game should have never been released. I wasted $60 on that piece of crap. And I firmly believe that the only thing that saved Street Fighter 5 and that saved Capcom was the overwhelming success of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Well, I want to know what the chat thinks of that last comment. If you've played Street Fighter 5 or if you were thinking about playing Street Fighter 5, I want to know what you think of that last comment of Biohazard saved Capcom. Because in February of 2016, it was announced that Street Fighter 5 had only sold, hadn't even sold 2 million copies yet. Now, Did they fix a lot of things with the arcade edition? Yes, absolutely. But I do still think that winning fights online should get you more than 50 50 things of fight money. A win should get you 100. Hell, I mean, even a loss should get you 50. Um, I do think Marvel versus Capcom Infinite's gonna get saved. That's why I'm getting a copy to review on the channel again. I want to review the vanilla version, and then when all the new characters get announced, I'll um I'll review that. I'll review that, and you can get my point of view as to um whether or not they saved him. I will go on record. I bought MVCI when it first came out. I love the game. A lot of the mechanics were right. Game was game was fun to play, but the X-Men weren't in there. How do you have a Marvel versus Capcom game with no X-Men? I mean, in MVC3, my main team is Deadpool, Dante, and Wolverine, and occasionally I swap out um, Ryu for either Dante or Deadpool. But I don't know, Drew, if it's possible to save MVCI at this point in the game. But I've been wrong before because I thought the arcade edition of Fighter 5 was gonna come out too late and it was gonna die. And once again, Street Fighter is proving its resilience, and it's being played in tournaments, and we're seeing it on ESPN now and other mainstream TV channels are broadcasting Street Fighter tournaments. But we will see if Infinite gets saved. I just don't want another situation where Capcom goes back to their old business model and says, okay, we're gonna start putting out um Street Fighter 5 Ultra Super Hyper Mega Hype Edition. um I don't want 12 versions of the same video game. I really don't. It's kind of pointless. I feel the same way about the sports games that come out every year. I play a lot of the sports games, and I feel like most of the changes that they make, unless they're making drastic changes to the engine, can be patched in with a $10 upgrade. Stop attaching years to the game and make them future proof. I did see that, and I knew that was gonna come up in the topic of discussion. What a destruction by the Tongan faction of the Bullet Club. Um, and I just want to say that is something that WWE would never allow to happen. They wouldn't allow ladders. They wouldn't. Well, they might allow ladders, but they wouldn't allow cursing. They wouldn't allow guys coming in, getting stomped out. By the way, I still had to watch all of um the San Francisco special. Um, but I yeah. By the way, Drew, to your point about Cody Rhodes, am I the only one that thinks Cody in Street Fighter V looks a lot like blonde Cody Rhodes? And they were trying to troll Kenny Omega by making him, portray a guy in the commercial that looks just like Cody. I mean, I can't be the only one that saw that, right? All right, guys. It looks like we're gonna go over a little bit. I think I'm gonna hang out here till about 1:30. Um, um, I mean, The Rock is considering running for office, so it might be possible. I don't know. But that is a cool shirt. But tell me you don't see the similarity between Cody and, well, Cody. I mean, I was sitting up in bed one night and I was playing as Cody, and then I thought about it, and I was saying to myself, Cody looks just like Cody Rhodes with blonde hair. They were the the troll game is real. They were trolling my man Kenny Omega, who, by the way, still has not responded to me when it comes to my challenge. Why you ducking me, Kenny? Why you ducking me? I'm a little nobody. Why you ducking me, Kenny? It's not like I would beat you as bad as the Tongan did after your match. What? Probably. I don't know if I would or not. But yeah, getting back on topic, I would really love to see um Marvel vs. Capcom get saved, because so many people grew up playing the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and it would just be fun to see it back to the way that it was, and it get the attention of the FGC like it used to get. Um, wow, I don't know how this turned into a lengthy discussion over Capcom. I think I'm just shooting off at the cuff here. Um, I have another idea for a video, and uh, I hope it is, and I hope it isn't. I'm gonna say why that is right now. I know that I'm gonna have to shell out 30 or 40 bucks again. That's why I'm not looking forward to it. Why I am looking forward to it is obviously they have some common sense and are bringing the X-Men back. Um, but I do know that Capcom needs to get right with themselves, because I'm not going to be spending $20-$30 every time to fix a mistake that should have never happened. I mean, think about take a second and think about how well Street Fighter V would have sold had it come with um, the arcade mode already included, stuff for the casual player. Just take a take a second and think about that. The entire landscape would have changed. Um, we wouldn't be talking about Capcom shutting its doors, or the possibly shutting its doors. Oh my god, my thoughts on buying DLC. Jesus. Um, I might have to take this video to Twitch because there's gonna be so much language. YouTube might censor me. Um, my thoughts on DLC. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I'm gonna say this because the good part about it is, obviously, sorry, I ate spicy food today. That's why I'm scratching my nose so much. Um, the the reason it's a good thing is obviously it adds support for the game that you're already playing. How it is bad, and these are specifically reasons for fighting games, because I'm mostly a fighting game guy. What makes it bad for fighting games is, you know, put it to you this way: half of the fun that I had back in the old days of playing the Tekken games, I'm just using Tekken purely as an example. Half of the fun that I had playing the Tekken games was beating it with one guy and unlocking the next guy, and then unlocking it with the guy that I just unlocked, and so on and so forth until finally the whole roster is unlocked. Now, bringing up Street Fighter V again, they're doing a wonderful thing where you can earn fight money for completing various challenges, winning online matches and stuff. But the flip side to that is A, you obviously have the option to go and purchase the characters with real money. I purchased Cody. I purchased Cody. I had to spend $6 on a character. To me, that's something that should have at least been $2 or less. Now, Capcom likes to tout the fact that the DLC in Street Fighter V can be unlocked by playing the game just like it used to. Well, yeah, except for the fact that when you win a fight online, all you get are 50 fight money. How about, like I said, upping the winning to 100 and just being a participant in an online battle to 50? That would bring so many online players because think about it, you can rack up 50 fight money every time you do an online match. You see what I'm saying here, or am I talking nonsense? Yeah, I know. Uh Dead or Alive 5 last round was some bullshit. Um it really is. Um but yeah, do you see what I'm saying about the Street Fighter thing though? Like it could bring so many online players back to back to playing the game online if you just add a small bit of fight money for losses. And by the way, that's another fighting game I can't wait for, the new Dead or Alive. But I'm sure they're gonna find a way to nickel and dime me there too. Um, I I'm glad you think it would be a nice addition because I'm all for it too. I want to get fight money for going online and getting my ass kicked because I'm getting rewarded for at least trying. Think about it. Even Call of Duty lets you level up even when you lose and don't get any kills. And I hate to bring up Call of Duty because I hate Call of Duty, but it lets you level up even when you lose, and it gives you the opportunity to feel like you're doing something, and you'll come back to play online even though you're horrible. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Um, I do want to ask you something, Drew. I don't know if you're an MMA guy or not, but did you see Brock Lesnar in UFC responding to Daniel Cormier? How awesome that going to be? Honestly, how awesome is that going to be? Now, my friend had the nerve to tell me that that was all staged. It's possible. It's possible. It's really possible. But it sure got people's attention. And the fact that he called, something tells me that if Brock beats Cormier, that it will happen. But in regards to what we have now with Brock and Cormier, it it did what it was supposed to do. It got people's attention because MMA, I kind of feel like is losing its grip on its fan base by being boring. Now calling Nagano and Miocic pieces of crap. I'll say, I'll say for the sake of the stream. Um, I don't know what that does for them. I don't know what that does for Brock and them. I would like to see Brock fights somebody like Francis Ngannou because I think they're the most evenly matched. Um, I don't think if I look, I like DC. I also know that most of his game is in takedowns and things like that because he's an all-American grappler. But I don't know if if Cormier's stand-up could topple um Brock Lesnar. And I actually think that if Brock got inside on John Jones, that I think Brock would topple John Jones because I don't know many people who would be able to stand up to Brock's punch. I mean, Braun Strowman did, but it's Braun Strowman due to legend. No, he's not. I just said that for the sake of the stream, Neil. Um, Eric, Trish Stratus would not last a second in the octagon against Ronda. In the ring, possibly, but that's only because it's scripted. Um, it would be something for the guys to watch though. But getting back to Brock and Cormier, um, oh well, yeah, I get the sarcasm. It would is yeah. Um, you definitely have to change. Yeah, I agree with you there, Drew. Um, although Brock is slow, but Brock is powerful. He gets inside on you, and you are as good as lunch meat. Um, Now, Cormier had said he'd be open to appearing on WWE TV too. Now, I don't know if I want that because, I don't, man, DC is the champ right now. So, in my opinion, the Edge kind of has to go to the champ here. Um, Now, I don't want UFC fighters appearing on WWE. Why? Because it diminishes the credibility of the UFC. It does. It does. It diminishes the credibility of the UFC. Again, flip sides to every coin. It could bring in some wrestling fans in the UFC, but it also runs the risk of alienating you run the risk of alienating the true MMA fans. I didn't watch Cormier's last fight, so I don't know that much about it, Eric. But what I do know is that Cormier Lesnar fight is going to be box office. It's gonna be box office. Bunches of people are gonna buy it, including myself. And Brock will win the UFC title and hold it hostage like he's doing to the WWE Universal title. I hope not. But it's likely. I am not a fan of Brock Lesnar being the Universal Champion. Let me just say that now. Um, oh yeah, I heard about that. Um, I heard about that. Maybe that's why he called Ngannou a piece of shit. Um, I don't know though. But I'm back to you there for a second, Drew. I don't I'm not a fan of Brock holding the Universal title because I believe that the champ should be on television. I'm not saying weekly television. I'm saying maybe bi-weekly television, and it seems to me like we only see Brock every month or so. Let's be honest here, Drew. Here, Drew. Brock doesn't even like himself. If if Brock Lesnar could F5 himself, Brock Lesnar would F5 himself. Um, I'm just uh, again, I'm not a fan of Brock holding the Universal title. I think they need to listen to the fans here and put the belt on Braun Strowman and make it so that he doesn't use the Money in the Bank briefcase. Because let's be honest, does he really need the Money in the Bank briefcase to win a belt? If Brock trained the correct way, he would be better. Of course he would, but you know, Brock's 39, 38, 39 now. He's not changing his ways. Not now. It's too late in the game. It's too late in the game for him to do that. for him to even want to do that. He just needs to come in, smile, do his little stupid jump rope back, punch somebody out, and then walk away, and he earns easy money. I mean, it all depends on how well you take care of your body. And yeah, I agree with you there, Drew. You can't rely on brute strength forever. The reason Herschel Walker does that is because Herschel Walker takes care of himself. But Brock Lesnar, let me tell you something. Brock Lesnar is not even in the best shape of his life. I don't care what he tells you. In my opinion, the best shape he was ever in was when he first came into WWE. Didn't talk to anybody, just came in, did his F5 and walked back out, kind of like Goldberg used to do. Brock's kind of pudgy now. Brock looks like he's about 4 months pregnant. I mean, we we saw Brock Lesnar in a business suit. We we don't know how chiseled or not Brock is. I think he looks about 4 months pregnant. Um, yeah, yeah. Totally agree. Totally agree. My last little bit of gripe before I go though, because I only have a couple more minutes before I actually have to go do something productive. Who who here has UFC 3? Anybody have UFC 3? Anybody got it? Drew, I would, and Eric, if you don't have it, you should get it, because it's a great game. But here's my gripe. They just put out the Icons edition, which adds legendary fighters. You know, you got Matt Serra, Mirko Krokop, um, I forget who else they said. Mirko Krokop, anyway, my my point is, oh yeah, Tito Ortiz. I'm sorry, Tito Ortiz, and the last icon they added was no, no, they added Kimbo Slice for the fourth and final slot. Kimbo Slice. That's the biggest joke in the world. Look, I know the guy just died and everything. Hey, Drew, R.I.P. Slice. I agree with you, but I don't think he needed to be in the Icons edition. They could have put Brock Lesnar in there, so maybe we could simulate what Lesnar Cormier will be like. Andre Arlovsky would have been great. There's so many other UFC icons they could have used, but they chose Kimbo Slice. BJ Penn is already a basic basic player. You know, he's already on the roster, which is pretty awesome. Oh, Butterbean. No, no, sorry, no Butterbean. We already have that in Roy Nelson. Uh, um, Butterbean for a boxing game, maybe. Um, but there are so many other UFC legends you could have added, but you chose Kimbo Slice. Now, let's be fair. I'm playing as Kimbo Slice in a career mode now, just so that I can make him over the top better than he was. But again, there are so many guys that you could have added. Brock Lesnar would have been an awesome addition of the roster. Addition of the roster. Um, a lot of other people. Anyway, guys, listen. I want to thank you for coming and hanging with me in the stream. I love y'all. Um, we got a new subscriber while we were in here. Zamar Burgos. I thank you for subscribing. I know you're not in the chat right now. I'll be doing one of these probably every day because my roommate is off doing something else right now. So I'll be pretty much trying to stream once every afternoon for this week. Drew, it's always great chatting with you. I will hit you up via text message one of these maybe later on today if you're awake and alive. Um, but as always, guys, it's great chatting with you. Eric, I'm still waiting for your Street Fighter challenge, bro. Get at me. Um, maybe we'll do that later on if you're free. Um, hey, Zelda Gamer, how you doing? Are you a new subscriber? Are you an old subscriber, Zelda Gamer? Okay, I apologize. It's difficult for me to know who's new and old because I'll tell you what, I jumped up from 16 to 100 like super quickly. Um, Breath of the Wild is awesome. I have mixed feelings on it. I might not be leaving right now. We've got another person up in here, so I might stay an extra 10 minutes or so. But I have mixed feelings on Breath of the Wild. It's a little bit too explory. I don't even know if that's a word. Hey, thank you very much, Zelda Gamer. It's awesome that you're a subscriber. I love every one of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. Breath of the Wild is a little too explory for me. I'm a bigger fan of the older Zelda games. But if you like it, to each your own. Um, so, if you're just coming into the stream, we talked about a bunch of different topics, and we just got we just got done having a UFC discussion. Very rarely do I go off on the sports because I know a lot of people are not sports fans. But we had a we had a long discussion on UFC, a long discussion on Capcom. Um, I just hope Capcom doesn't become the new Konami. Um, but it's pretty awesome to have all you guys here. Um, Zelda Gamer, do you follow me on any of my social medias at all? What are you waiting on? Follow me on Follow me on all my social medias. My Facebook is up in the banner. Um, my my Twitter is also up in the banner, and I'm on Instagram. I'm now on Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat currently. I want to be though. My Instagram though is OHG underscore gamerbeast. So catch up with me on Instagram and Facebook. Listen, I add everybody. So if you ever want to chat or be actual friends in real life, I'm down for that too. What game will I be playing for the summer? Um, what game will I be playing for the summer? I'll be waiting on Mortal Kombat 11. Please, gods, elder gods, don't forsake me. Give me Mortal Kombat 11. No, but what game will I be playing for this summer? I'm waiting for NBA and NBA Live 18 and NBA 2K19. I'll be waiting on Madden NFL 18 because I always rock the Madden. Um, Cowboys all day. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack in the chat for saying that, but Cowboys all day. Um, I don't know if there really is anything coming out this summer that I'm gonna be waiting on. I wish I wish NCAA existed because it's all about the U. Wait, that was more of the diamond cutter. By the way, I didn't want to open this up as a topic of discussion, but I'm going to. If anyone has any games that they want to either loan me or donate, so I can try them and review them for myself. Should I put my address in the um in the chat or the description of this video later? That's crazy. The last NCAA game ever made is worth $2,000. That is insane. Jeez. Oh my lord. Oh, that's even more absurd. For PS3. Whoa. Um, I just wanted to get you guys' opinions. Should I put my address in the chat or in the description so that maybe we can donate games or even swap games so that I can review more for you? Get a P.O. box. Damn. I will take your advice, Drew. I will get a P.O. box. 'Cause, yeah, you're right. There's too many stalkers out here. Yeah, do that, Eric. Get my info from him. My Twitter is. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat. My Twitter is this. That's my Twitter. Yeah, screenshot that. if you if you're on Twitter, there's my Twitter handle. So screenshot that. All right, y'all. Listen, I really do have to go now. I'm gonna be getting in the pool in about an hour or so. So I gotta get ready for that. Um, but it was great talking to all of you, and I will be safe. There's always life jackets. Thank, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Um, I hope to meet you one of these days, Eric, because you know you live in Jersey. I don't know how we haven't met yet. And I also play you in the fantasy football league, which I'm pretty horrible in the Bayonne league, but I won't have that discussion here. um, I feel like I'm everybody's whipping boy in the Bayonne league. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you coming by the stream. Love talking to you. And again, follow me on everything, and we'll talk there more. And I will be streaming, like I said, every afternoon this week. And I hope to see you all here again. All right. And as soon as I get that PO box, I'm gonna let everyone know where they can send things. All right. I will talk to you soon. Peace. Oh, and by the way, Zelda Gamer, thank you for the follow. You're awesome. And I will see you guys next time.